So now, whoever the narrator or the speaker of the poem is talking to those gentlemen. Oh, gentlemen, let me tell you something. Talking to those stout upholders of our law and order, the great, the good, the worthy, who just had this little bet and did this little thing. A better way to plumb the depths of Britain. So I want to talk about this phrase, plumb the depths. Put that there. Has anyone heard it before? It's a phrase that people know. So here it is. Here's one I prepared earlier, like a minute ago. That's a plumb line. You make it yourself. You stick a weight on the end of a bit of string, and if you want to hang wallpaper, you can see what a straight line in the room is. Has anyone ever seen that or heard of it? Safa has, everyone else? It's too posh. Oh, the plumb line. Oh, it looks like we've got one in our body. I don't know anything about that. I would always use a spirit level, but anyway, that's one way of doing it. And if you put chalk on the string and then you ping the string, you can see on the wall where, that's just a wallpapering tip for if you ever do any, you can see on the wall where, where the edge of the wallpaper should be. So that's a plumb line. And then to plumb the depths is a real phrase. How deep is that lake? It's the thing we were talking about before, how you would normally tell how deep something is. So to plumb the depths is literally to find out how deep something is. But metaphorically, it means to find out how bad something is, the depths. So here, this definition is to examine something in a careful and complete way in order to understand it. But in my English, it's something bad. To plumb the depths is, have you seen how bad it can go? To reach the lowest point is what Cambridge has said. If someone plumbs the depths of an unpleasant emotion or something, so other dictionaries are saying it better, a negative emotion. So back to the poem. Oh, gentlemen, excuse me, a better way to plumb the depths of Britain. So they've literally tried to find out how deep this mine is. And Tony Harrison is saying, morally, if you want to find out how morally deeply bad this country is, you should dangle a historian who can go into the history of all this stuff. So I've changed scholar to historian. Someone who studies. You're not helping your person. No. Okay, a better way to plumb the depths of Britain is dangling a historian down mines, and they write about what people like Patience Kershaw went through. That's what we need in order to find out how deep and bad Britain is. He's telling them. I think that's the best I've ever explained that, but unfortunately you haven't heard all my other explanations, which haven't been as good. So this is the best one. I've got it on tape. So just let me check. Did it make sense, though? Who will tell me honestly? Elena. Why do they dangle? Oh, a historian is someone who will research it. And so whereas the National Trust gives you all the rich people's lives, we need a historian down there, down a mine, telling you about Patience Kershaw and the other miners' lives, or in the attic with the servants. We need to get the historians there, not the 6 wives of Henry VIII, not what it was like to be Disraeli Prime Minister to Queen Victoria, but what it was like to work in a factory, a mine, on the roads. Oh, I'm feeling quite passionate. How's it going, Ayan? Is this making sense? You will tell me. How did that make sense then, Elena? Yeah. So a better way to plumb the depths, to see how bad Britain really is to dangle a scholar down a mine. So the booming shaft at Tow and Roworth is a mine. A booming shaft is part of a mine. How's it going, Olivia? Olivia's nodded. Okay, so let me show you Tow and Roworth. Tow and Roworth. No, that was Welsh. Maps. Oh, that's it. Here we go. And look, it's over there in Cornwall. So he's gone from up there. We're now down a mine. Dangle a scholar, dangle a historian down a mine, please. And here's an example mine in Cornwall. Do we know that Cornwall is the poorest county in this country? Did we know that? No, it is. There's lots of holiday business there, but the money doesn't go to Cornwall. It goes to the people who own all the hotels and the houses. They don't come from Cornwall. So there's Wheal Coats. Look, so that's where it is. And did you see that the National Trust own it? Oh, I've got it. Look, National Trust. Ooh, you can go there. Dramatic ruins on cliff, carpeted with heather and gorse. Facilities and access. Has it got a tea room? Dogs. It's got some toilets. Oh, it hasn't got any tea room. Oh, family. Park here. Walk down to Chapel Forth. Have a nice cup of tea in Chapel Forth, I should say. So it is just the ruin near the mines there. And it's kind of, how beautiful is it? Carpeted with heather and gorse. We need people to say, what went on here? What was it like to work in the mines here? So he's chosen that one. So let's get a scholar down those mines at, for example, so say is, for example, here at Tywyn Roworth, now National Trust, a place where they got tin. A tin mine in Cornwall. They had massive mines and they're all shut now. Massive tin mines. So this is going to be a bit difficult. What happened to that convict in the first verse is what's happened to countless thousands, millions of miners. They've all been shoved down pits and traumatized and killed. So that one is the one example. This example is up in Castleton. It goes on all over the country. Have a look, say, at the one in this one in Cornwall, but it's just an example of this is mining. What happened to that convict is mining. So booming shaft at Tywyn Roworth, now National Trust, a place where they got tin. Who got tin? The same gentleman, I think. So the stout upholders of our law and order. It's an elite class. They're the mine owners. They're the people we look up to, the rich. So they did the same class of people with the convict in Castleton is the same class of people with the mine owners in Castleton. Yeah, big thing, tin mining in Cornwall. How long has this one been going? Do you know, Zainab?